Welcome back, super friends. What's the hubbub? It's Debunk Day. Aaron Fischer misses again on his angle towards the Superman and Man of Steel box office. Fantastic Four opens to stellar reviews like Superman did. Great news for superhero fans.
And I got to tell you, there are some people coming into the comments that just do not understand business. They don't understand how tickets work. They don't understand about inflation. They don't understand any of that. And they're trying to make it out that Superman is this great movie, that it's taking the world by storm, and that it's amazing, and that it's going to beat Man of Steel's domestic box office. And there's a very real possibility it could. But here's the issue. You're still selling about half the tickets you sold when Man of Steel came out. You have half your audience, even if it beats it, because tickets are almost twice as much. Some people are going to say the average is up like 38% or something. It's actually higher than that. I can tell you, when I saw Superman, it was $20 a ticket. Like they've definitely inflated the prices for this particular film. So there are far fewer people going to the theater to see the movie. It is just a fact. It is also a fact that Superman needs to gross over $700 million just to break even. Just to break even. That number could be closer to $800 or $900 million to break even. And that's only if Warner Brothers is being honest, and I don't think they are. So you can spin it however you want. It's the most mediocre movie. It is a forgettable superhero film. There's no amazing scenes in it. It's just not what the studio should have put out for the public. It's not. They can claim they're bringing in a new audience, but I can tell you right now, if they're going to follow this up with Clayface and Supergirl, it's not going to end up well for DC Studios, because people just aren't going to care about these properties, and they need to start making movies for less money.
You can't make up a figure that it's half the tickets sold. That aside, even if less tickets you leave out, Man of Steel could sell more tickets at a lower price with over 2 months more theater-run days to sell. It ran from June through September. People, in fact, went to the movies more. You had around 100 days to sell tickets for Man of Steel, while Superman gets around 45 days. As far as inflation, you can't give the benefit of adjustment without examining cost. The production budget break, even adjusted, plus marketing adjusted cost, puts Man of Steel around $850 to $915 million in costs. Variety reported what Superman's production budget was at $225 million, making the break even $562.5 million. You can't just dislike the math and say you know more than the studio, making it preposterous propaganda. Pushing fake numbers like 700 million plus as a break-even is not fact at all. You raise the stakes, so you can call it a flop. It's an argument tactic. Calling it a mediocre movie is also just your opinion. Superman has 83% critical and 92% audience score from Rotten Tomatoes. It's also an A- CinemaScore. Also, you predict Clayface won't be doing well, and right after say they need to make movies for less money. Hello, McFly. Clayface has a budget of around $40 million. That is a lower budget, and if received well, it could be a very profitable movie. You keep moving the bar because you want to see the DCU fail. With a new DCU launch, from Superman having actually released, and with good reviews nonetheless, we are further away from a SnyderVerse than ever. We have a Lantern series, more Peacemaker, a new Supergirl movie shot. That will be out in theaters also. It's too far along for the verse. Your hopes were to boycott and prevent Superman from being made. That didn't happen. It came out and did more than enough to avoid being a flop. Reviews and opening did pit interest back into DC live action again. Compare the end of DCEU and last two Marvel movies before Fantastic Four. Superman has reinvigorated the genre. Now, we lead into Fantastic Four, which is starting with great reviews. If F4 wasn't good or even flopped, it would have been bad momentum of genre. We need Marvel and DC building on these July movies to continue more films. Ultimately, both doing well means more superhero movies. By the way, you SnyderBros like calling John Campea a shill, yet he supported SnyderVerse movies back in the day. He liked Man of Steel and even Batman vs. Superman, which, for the record, I think the latter is not a good film. You guys are mad that he liked Superman and for 2 years has said it's a win if it does 500 to 600 million with all the challenges. He didn't use Fantastic Four to prop up Superman further.
This is a comic book movie. If you took all the action out and all the space and all the fighting and all the visual effects and you had a 2.5-hour movie just of these 4 characters hanging around a dinner table or going out for a walk or talking in a living room, I totally would have still loved it. That's the thing about this movie. It's a great movie, not just a great comic book movie. And I loved these characters so much. The casting was even better than I thought it would be. And it was a return of awe and wonder. You know, I watched Superman recently, and that movie is just, it's a superhero movie that actually inspires you. I haven't had that in a long time. Fantastic Four is one that brings back that sense of awe and wonder. I haven't felt that sense of awe and wonder in a comic book movie in a long time. I can't believe how good this film is. It's so great. Ann and I are already booking our tickets to come back and see it tomorrow.
In a recent out-of-theater review, Campea said the new F4 movie is, well, fantastic. You're just mad that you cannot control the Snyder era being at a definitive end. Snyder fans are watching the current DCU like it's their ex dating someone hotter, funnier, and emotionally available. James Gunn walked in and said, "Let's try this again." And suddenly, DC's cinematic universe has an actual plan, which is already more than Snyder ever got from Warner Brothers. While Marvel's out here with 37 projects and a multiverse so big it needs a Google Maps update, DC is rebooting itself into something that, shockingly, looks organized. Superman did well. The casting is solid for the verse, and people are, wait for it, optimistic about a DC movie universe again. Snyder fans haven't felt optimism since the BVS trailer dropped, and they thought it was their endgame. James Gunn's building a whole new timeline, while Snyder fans are still tweeting blurry screenshots of Darkseid like it's classified government footage. And every time a new DCU project gets announced, you can hear the echoes of, "But Zack had a vision." Yes, he did. And now it lives in a 4:3 aspect ratio purgatory on HBO Max. DC fans are moving on. Marvel fans are chilling with 3 Spider-Men and 6 Lokis. But Snyder fans, still trying to decrypt cryptic Vero posts like it's the Da Vinci Code. At this point, James Gunn is making movies, DC is making money, and Snyder fans are making fan edits on iMovie, hoping Warner Brothers will suddenly reverse 5 years of executive decisions. The DCU is rising from the ashes. Meanwhile, SnyderVerse loyalists are standing in those ashes whispering, "This was supposed to be part 2 of Justice League. The DCU is moving forward. No SnyderVerse, no problem."
Superman is a character who's good.
Who is filled with hope. He saves people because it's the right thing to do. We could use a little bit more of that.
Superman was my original superhero, and it started in comics, and I think it's going to be a game changer.
This is the beginning of the future.
They are launching a new era right now.
It's the beginning of a whole new adventure and a whole new universe.
We're just getting started, and we're already deep in the DC universe. In James Gunn we trust, and I think we can do it.
Keep your eyes to the skies. Superman took flight, and the genre is trending upward. So look up, not back. Take care of yourselves and others. it.